personal foul.
That was absolutely ridiculous.
The Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Up on down. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series.
I don't know. It's tough. Tom's up there, man. Beantown.
What's up, Boston Bruins? Boston Bruins.
What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jesse Almeida here, back on YouTube and back on Beantown Taste with another reaction video. Well, the bad news for the Bruins just keeps on piling up as of right now. First, the Bruins lose Dmitry Orlov, then they lose Garnett Hathaway, then they lose Tyler Bertuzzi, then Patrice Bergeron retires, and now, in my opinion, the most obvious one out of all of them, David Krejci, has announced his retirement from the game of hockey and from the National Hockey League. He will no longer be a part of the Bruins. Also, he has announced that he is calling it a career and hanging up the skates. Kind of figured this one was going to happen, especially after the fact that Patrice Bergeron retired. And Krejci already retired once. So the fact that Bergeron retired, because Bergeron was a huge part of recruiting Krejci to come back for that last season last year. So now the fact that Bergeron has retired, David Krejci has now followed his footsteps in retirement. And this sucks for the Bruins, man. This really sucks for the Bruins. You lose your number 1 and number 2 centers in the same offseason. And you lose Tyler Bertuzzi, who was probably your best playoff player last year. And you lose Dmitry Orlov, who was a good piece on the defensive end. Not looking great. Not looking great. I have a bad feeling about the Bruins this year. I don't know. I think they'll squeeze into the playoffs. But I don't think that they're going to be competing for any championship anytime soon. Unless next season they can spend. I don't know what their cap situation is right now off the top of my head. I'd have to go take a look for you, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. So we're going to react to the press conference of David Krejci. This video is a few days late. I do apologize. As you guys can see, I am on my 24/7 job, and between this job here and my other job, it's been a lot. So when I would get home from working, I'd just kick back and relax, not even think about videos. But today's been a slow day in terms of towing and the other job too. So we're back here to do this video. This is a 32-minute long video, so I'm just going to shut up, kick back, relax, and enjoy the video. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoy these videos. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. The link's in the description down below. Before we do continue on to the video, thank you to David Krejci for all he has done for the city of Boston, on and off the ice. And also, thank you to him as well for that Stanley Cup championship in 2011. Many great years with David Krejci. We'll never forget Krejci, a Boston Bruin legend forever. And without further ado, let's start straight in this video.
Just, years from now, how would you like your playing days to be remembered by fans?
Wow. It took people a long time to ask Bergeron that question, but
everybody's
right off the gate for Krejci, thank God.
And,
somebody's thinking.
I just wanted to play the best I could to represent myself, my family, city of Boston, and the Bruins organization the best I could.
For sure.
And I think for the most part I've done that, and everybody's going to remember me the way they want to remember me, and that's fine with me, and it's totally up to them.
And did you know during this last season that this was going to be it? Because you had mentioned at the breakup day how difficult it was with your family not in town.
Yeah, after that breakup day we had with the media, you obviously say things that they're still raw, and you're dealing with one of the biggest losses in your career. So you say things that you might kind of regret later on, but yeah, no, going into the season, I didn't know what to kind of expect. I didn't think it was going to be my last season, or if I'll keep going after that. It just kind of played it out the way it did. Coming back, really enjoying the year, having the year we had, being away from the family, that was hard. Um, but everything kind of went to got together, injuries and missing the family. So I think I made the best decision to step away from NHL.
Great, thank you.
Go to Kevin Dupont.
Hey, David, congrats on everything and best wishes going forward here.
Thank you.
I've got a couple of questions, but before that, can you just tell us where you are at the moment?
I'm in my house in South Carolina.
In South Carolina. Okay, great to know.
South Carolina.
The first one is, going forward here, they'll be looking to see
have a
who
house
fills
in
the
South
top six
Carolina.
roles at the middle.
The better
If
question
I
is
remember
why?
correctly, when you came aboard, it was Mark Savard was the guy, and by the second or third year, it was you and Bergie driving the lines.
Right.
I know that's asking you to go back a ways, but do you remember how you felt being immersed in that, and were you trying to figure out, how do I fit in? What am I going to be?
Right.
What was your feeling then?
Good question.
Well, as a new guy coming in the league and into a team like that, you just want to fit in, you want to play well, you want to establish yourself as an NHL player, and then you kind of take it from there. I remember when I first made a team, the Bruins didn't make playoffs much, and if they did, they would be out first round. So I also remember when I was in Providence going to watch games. TD Garden wasn't sold out, so I kind of take pride in this, that my first few years.
You guys build a culture.
I was lucky to be on a good teams, but we kind of
You guys built a
brought the
culture.
people back, and
that got fans
and
hyped
ever
up.
since it's been amazing playing in front of the fans, sell out arenas all the time. That's kind of what I remember.
And in that sense, David, was it by year 2 or 3 that you felt the confidence that, oh yeah, I've got this. I can play at this level. I can deliver. Or does it take longer than a couple of years?
Well, you kind of get to the point that you're like, okay, I made an NHL. It's amazing, but then you have to work harder to stay in NHL. I think people say, or players say, it's easy to make it, but it's really hard to stay in the league. And lots of players play a few games, they got a chance, but it's really hard to stay in the league.
Right.
But I think for me it was I just wanted to be the best I could be, and I had 2 really good players in front of me, Mark Savard and Bergie. So I learned so much from them. Then Sabi left, and I was just trying to keep up with Bergie every year, trying to be as good as him or
my
get
question
as close
right
as I
now.
could.
So if I
not
had
just on the
next
ice, but
question, my
even,
next question would be: Did Bergeron announce
the
his
professional
retirement?
he is.
Did
off the
Bergeron
ice,
announcing his
I
retirement
know,
play a
and I
factor
knew
into your
I
decision?
can never come close to that, but just watching him
that has
and
to.
seeing his
That
work
has to.
ethic
That had to play a
made me a
factor.
better player. I talked to him about this, and he pushed me hard in the summer. I take pride in my summer workouts every year, and it's mainly because of Barry, because I know how hard he works, and I had to work as hard just to be in the same position, and be right there with him, and be able to help the team to be successful as a number 1 and number 2 centerman.
Like, see, right that he ended the question. I'd be raising my hand. Hey, David, this is Jesse from Beantown Taste. Congratulations on your career and what you've done for the city of Boston. We thank you for everything you've done. Did Bergeron announcing his retirement play a factor into your decision on your future with the Bruins? Or is this strictly a family decision or personal decision or whatever?
And that's great. And last one from me, I promise. I was looking at all the guys in the league yesterday who've played 1,000 games. I'll just use rough numbers here. I think there's like 400 guys who've played 1,000 games, but only 10% of those guys have played just for one team those 1,000 games. So, or 1,200 or whatever it is. What does that mean? Does that have an extra significance to you that you turned in this body of work, which is huge, and you did it just for the Bruins?
Yes.
Is the question just asking about the Bruins or just in general playing 1,000 games?
No, I'm thinking in
for the
general
Bruins.
that it's not only it's 1,000 games, that it was with one franchise,
Right.
and there's only like 40 guys in the history of the league that have done that. Just, you know, in terms of identifying a game and a body of work with just one franchise.
Yeah, this is that's a good question because people keep telling me, you know, play 1,000 games for just one franchise. That's amazing, and I understand that, but I don't think it's sunk in what accomplishment that actually is.
It's a huge accomplishment.
I guess
Are you kidding me?
I'll realize that
It's huge.
later once I'll be years retired and I hear people talking about it. But I do take pride in playing 1,000 games, playing for, you know, the Bruins organization for this many years. But you got to be lucky. You got to be healthy.
Yeah.
There's so many things going into, you know, playing 1,000 games.
And yourself too
And
has to.
you know, the Bruins kept believing in me. They kept bringing me back. They kept offering me contracts, and I just can't thank them enough that I was able to come back and play 1,000 games for one franchise.
Great. Thank you again, and best of luck again.
Thank you.
Go to Emily Benjamin.
David, congratulations. When did you officially make this decision? At what point in the summer did you make it? And I guess what are sort of the memories that you're going to cherish most from your career, the moments?
You got the tickets?
Just scored a free ticket from Vivid Seats. You might be wondering how.
Well, the decision was made, I would say, when my injury is starting to happen at the end of the season. But I didn't want to rush with my decision. I really wanted to take my time and really think things over, because you don't want to make decision on, you know, when the emotions going through you. So I really wanted to take my time and wait for the right time, for the right moment. I just realized there's never a right time, never a right moment to retire from NHL. But I felt like it was time. I knew my body couldn't take 82 games anymore, and that was kind of the decision. And the other part of the question was the best part. Am I right about playing?
Yep. Yeah. The best moments, the moments that you'll think back on and sort of cherish
Obviously, the
later
championship.
on.
Well, as a team, obviously, you know, 2011.
Yep.
That's you know, winning Stanley Cup, you dream right as a kid. I was fortunate enough to do that. I think it was my fourth year in the league. We had a couple other chances, especially 2019. It would be nice to have at least two, but it's really hard to win that trophy.
I really wish they had that one.
But you know, the best memories.
They could have had two.
You know, you create.
They could have had two,
you know, in the dressing room,
right
on
there.
the road, and just being around the guys.
They choked them both away, really.
Fortunately, for me, I was on the team with such a great guys, and for such a long time, Marshy, Bergi, Tuukka, Pasta, Tori Krugluch. I don't want to forget some names, but all those guys are one of my closest friends, and we share so many good memories, and I'm definitely gonna miss those. I'm gonna miss them all, but we're still friends, really good friends. We talk to each other all the time, so I'm sure we'll see each other a bunch in the future.
Thanks, David.
We'll go to Tara Sullivan.
Hi, David. Thanks so much for doing this. I just obviously we're talking about your entire career, but I can't help but wonder just the end of this season, if it will stay with you for a while, that lost opportunity, and just how you think over time. I don't know, just if it was, that just that disappointment. And I don't mean to be negative, but it just was such a bummer of a way it ended this year.
Yeah, right now, to be honest with you, I put that behind me. And that retirement kind of taking it over, and I'm trying to look back at my whole career, trying to understand all those things that I accomplished and how hard it was to do that, the sacrifice everybody made, for me to able to chase my dreams and things like that. So I'm trying to really kind of go down the memory lane and appreciate all those little things, and not really thinking about the last year. The last year is always gonna be there, 5, 10, 20 years from now. It's a missed opportunity, and it's always gonna be there right next to 2019 and 2013. But that's sport, and like I said before, I think NHL is the hardest trophy to win, and you could see this year, Florida's going from the 8th spot, or from being out of the playoff, few games to go in regular season, and they made it all the way to the final. If that was a soccer, if you're playing English Premier League or anywhere else, the best team in the league in the regular season gets a cup, and you go home and you get ready for the next year. But
That's not how it
that's
works.
what I like about hockey, and that's what I love about playoffs. Playoffs starts from zero, and anything can happen, and that's why it's the hardest trophy to win in the world. And I really I don't take for granted that I have the ring on my finger from 2011.
Thank you so much.
Go to Jimmy Murphy.
Hey, David, kind of going back to what Dukes was talking about, where, you said that you got some mentoring from Bergie and Savvy. Did you, when David Pastrnak came on, you seemed to really sort of take that role with him. Was that done purposely, or did it just sort of happen? Was it organic? If you could just describe how that relationship with Pasta developed, and how much it means to you now.
Yeah, with Pasta, we kind of hit it off since day one, and
Right, it just happened.
I told him that I'm gonna try to help as much as I can, but he's got to ask question, and it's up to him if he really wants to learn or not. And that's what I did from Bergie and Sabi. It's not like they come to you and they'll take your hand and they'll show you around. You have to, if you really want to, you keep watching them. You have a question, you ask, and they were more than happy to help. And that's what I tried to do with Pasta. And obviously, being from the same country with him, we hit it off right away. We became best friends, I would say, and he just did the rest. He had so much talent. He's a smart kid, humble kid, and look at him now.
Yeah.
So,
how great has that been, though? Just to see the player he's become. I mean, that must be fun for you to watch.
That'd be great.
yeah, when he first showed up at 18 years old, we knew he's got skills. He's gonna be a good player, but you can't predict the career he's had. So I'm really happy for him. He's come a long way. He's been through some tough time. So I wish him all the best. There's one thing he's missing. It's the Stanley Cup, and I think he has a good chance with the Bruins. So hopefully they'll get it done soon.
All right, thanks. And my other question is, if you could go back to, when you got hurt in 2010 against the Flyers, a lot of people say if you hadn't been injured, that series would have gone a different way. How much did that sit with you going into the next year? How much motivation? Because I've heard other guys, whether it be Bergie or Recchi, talk about how much they use that series as motivation to go out and get back and win the cup the following year. How much motivation was that for you when you got back that year in 2010-11?
It was just kind of one of those things that, looking back, I think it was just meant to be. We got knocked out second round by Philly 2010, 2011. we're playing the same team again, second round again, and it was just meant
2009,
to be.
2010. See, I was just starting to get into
I think
hockey at that
I took it a
time.
little bit more seriously. That series more personally, and yeah, the rest is history.
Thanks, man. Hey, congratulations on a great career, and thanks for all your help over the years.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Go to Jim McBride.
David, congratulations on a great career.
Thank
I can't help but notice you said you retired from the NHL. Are you keeping the door open to play professionally in Europe or maybe to represent your country in international play? Is that something that's still on the table?
Yeah,
Oh,
it is. I like I said, I retired from NHL because I know my body can't take the whole season. I have things that I would have to get done, which would involve surgeries, and at my age, I'm not ready to do that. I don't want to do that anymore. But yeah, this year the World Championship is in Prague, in my hometown. I never played there, so that's something it's just kind of in the back of my head. But at the same time, I'm gonna be with my family. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be celebrating Christmas here.
nice.
And if at some point around Christmas, I feel like, let's get ready. Play a couple months somewhere in Europe. Get ready for the World Championship. Get it done in 2 weeks. Come back home. Yeah, that's something I'm thinking about. But if it happens, we'll see. But I'm definitely not going to play anywhere the whole year. If I'll decide to, keep going, then it would be definitely after New Year's. But we'll see what happens.
And maybe farther down the road, could you see coaching or scouting in your future at all?
You know what? That's a question I've been asked, and I've been thinking about that. But I was coached by, like I said in my statement, by especially in NHL. All those coaches I had, they're the world class coaches. They're one of the best in the world, and there's no way I can do what they do. They're so smart. They've been around the league for a long time. They know what to do. They know how
What does he
to
mean by that?
grow with the game. It keeps changing, and they're really good at it. I don't have that in me. Scouting, that could be something I think I can. I could, see myself doing if I want to do it. I don't know. I don't want to do anything right now, to be honest. But yeah, down the road, you never know. I definitely want to be involved in hockey in some way or another. But
That
not
makes
right now.
sense.
Thanks, David, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Scott McLaughlin.
Hey, David, congratulations. First off, you mentioned, learning from Bergeron and trying to keep up with him. There was a time when your line with Lucic and Horton was, the number one line. I'm wondering, did that kind of thing ever matter to you? Whether you were the quote unquote number one line or number two line?
No.
No, not really. Never really cared about being number one, number two. As long as I wasn't number three. But no, I think all I care about, I really want to have good line mates. If you have a good line mates, if you're in top two lines, you should have good wings, and I've had that, and that gives you best chance to help the team. And I was in that position. So, and with Bergie, we had such a good, healthy relationship, healthy competition. I can't say I was ever jealous at him. I don't think he was ever jealous at me. We just kind of did what we did. I was trying to be the best version of myself. He was trying to be best version of himself, and we just kind of pushing each other to be better in a healthy way.
Thanks. And then with you and Bergeron both retiring this offseason, obviously that's a lot of leadership and veterans out the door. What do you think of this next core of the Bruins that's coming up and now has to take over?
Right. Good question.
They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu.
Coming this September to Plymouth Memorial Hall.
I'm in the core. I have no doubt. They have, you still have Marshy. Who knows how long Marshy's going to be around. But you have Marshy. He's been there for a long time. Then you have Chuck McAvoy, Pasta, Charlie Coyle. There's so many good players, so many good leaders in the dressing room. So I'm not worried about the leadership in the room at all.
Thanks, and congrats again.
Thank you.
Go to Mick Colaggio.
Congratulations, David. Really tremendously enjoyed these past 15 years or so with you. And it always fascinated me that you and Bergie in the old locker room sat kitty corner. So you're never on the ice at the same time, but you're always in the corner. Is that where a lot of those hockey conversations took place?
In the dressing room?
Yeah. You were in the corner together.
Yeah. No, I don't know. We don't really. You show up first year to training camp or for the first regular season. You find your gear, and my first year I was sitting next to Bergie, and then it just kind of stays that way. We get comfortable with each other, and we talk about lots of different stuff. Obviously, when we were younger, about different things. As the years go on, and then we talk about different things. But we got really comfortable around each other, and like I said, we never really play on the same line together because we're centermans, but we would see the game the same way, and we would try to help each other out.
Yep.
And the best way we could do that is in the dressing room between periods. Most of the times we would sit next to each other. So, that's where the hockey talk happened the most, I guess.
You, it was fun running into you at the in Norton at the golf tournament Pro-Am one year. I think it was the summer you guys won the cup, and you really looked the part. You looked like you could have walked right in there and been mistaken for a pouring pro. So I guess I'm wondering if you have any other activities in your life that are going to be able to channel the competitive juices that need a new place to go eventually.
Yeah, I remember that tournament. I played with Brad Faxon, and we actually won that pro-am. I still have a trophy and a picture with him somewhere. But no, I do enjoy my golf. I haven't played as much as I would like to this summer. For some reason, it's been really busy. But once the school starts, when the kids goes to school, then I'm gonna have more time. Try to get better at it. But I'm not as good to be chasing some tournaments or anything like that. I also enjoy tennis. I play since I was a kid.
There you go. Nice.
I played in the summer, so I'm gonna pick that up again. And there's lots of leagues down here, and it's not really that competitive, but you still play for something. So I think that's what I'm going to stick with for now: golf and tennis, and see how that goes.
Yep.
Terrific. Thanks so much for your time. It's been great knowing you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll take our last question from Michael Longer.
Oh, this is it right here.
Ahoj Davide, zdravím z Prahy.
Ahoj.
Chci se zeptat, to tvoje odpověď ze Zlatý hokejky o tom, že by si rád zahrál na mistrovství světa, jestli to a tím pádem samozřejmě i nějakou ligu předtím.
Musím to brát, tak chci vyhrát the last one.
This is it. Best for last, right, buddy? I got a couple bear with me. I got like two questions. First of all, just how easy or difficult what was this decision for you to make, and what are you going to miss most about being an NHL player?
It was obviously difficult, something you do all your life, and all of a sudden it's going to stop. I'm sure I'm gonna have some hard time moving forward, but that's what family's here for. That's what friends are for, and people already reached out to me about retirement, what to kind of expect. So it is what it is. Sorry, can you repeat your question again?
Just what are you going to miss most about being an NHL player?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna miss a lot of things. I talk about I'm gonna miss my teammates. That's for sure. That's probably up there. But also, you know, as a kid, watching it on TV or reading about it in the papers, you know, you want to make the NHL just not just because it's the best league in the world. It's also the best stadiums in the world. The way they have it set up, the stadiums, the fans, the kind of hall, the whole package. You know, like I said, I don't like to do interview as much, but it's part of that. And if you do interview, that means you doing something right. You made it somewhere, you know. So the whole package that NHL has to offer on daily basis, I'm definitely gonna miss
I'd
that.
say
But
80% of the time you're doing something
you know, I have to listen to my body.
That
My
20%
body's not
is
ready to
sometimes
play
not too good.
the whole season, especially at the speed and level NHL is. I just felt I gave it my all. Played through some injuries last year, and I left everything I had there at the end. And I know if I would come back to NHL, I would definitely not be the same player as I was last year.
Damn.
What's your best advice? You mentioned, you know, the leaders that are taking over the younger guys, the next sort of wave of leaders that are you're handing the torch to. What's your best advice to them to keep the room as good as it's been for the last 15 years? We always talk about, people around the league talk about how good the Bruins dressing room has been. You and Bergie and Z and all those guys were there and what you built. What's the best advice you can give those next group of guys to keep that going?
I mean, Boston, there's like this culture that we kind of all kind of created, and when I got in there, I was just learning the culture of the Bruins, of the dressing room along the way. Then I understood what it takes to be a Bruins, what it means to put on the jersey, and I try to, you know, do it with pride. And the older I get, just try to, you know, kind of lead by example, just being myself, being respectful to the culture of the Bruins, and try to carry it on. And now you see the young guys coming in, and the older guys kind of teaching them the ropes, and now they got it. Pasta got it. Jack McAvoy, all those younger guys, they understand what it means to wear that jersey, and
they had great leadership.
And there's no doubt in my mind that
they learned from the best, and now it's time for them to
one day they'll hand the torch to the younger generation. But you know, Bruins as an organization, it's been so great, and they always drafted you know, the right people. So it's gonna be fun watching them. It's gonna be fun seeing the young kids grow up into big leaders.
Be watching any NHL.
And like I said before, I really hope they're gonna get it done soon. So when I still have friends on the team, I can get invited to a cup day or something.
Thanks, Krejci. Don't be a just keep visiting us in Boston.
Yeah, right.
Can't wait to see you guys and do some interview for you guys.
Sure you do.
Thank you, Hags. Thank you, the rest of the media, for joining us today, and thank you, David, for making yourself available today.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate you all.
That's great. It's funny. Yeah, can't wait to be doing some interviews with you guys. As he was saying in the interview that he didn't really like doing interviews. That's going to do it for this video here. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoy these videos. Gotta know if you guys know what to do. Go check out our website. Links in the description down below. Thank you to David Krejci for all that he's done for the city of Boston and for the Boston Bruins on and off the ice. We're going to miss you. Another Bruin legend has retired from the game of hockey. Well, the NHL. He said that he's leaving the door open to playing for his hometown back overseas. So that's it for Krejci in terms of the NHL. So thank you to Krejci once again. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below on David Krejci retiring. It's been your boy Jesse, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.